Life isn't one size fits all, and college shouldn't be either. The University of North Dakota
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fenworks official stream. Today, we are in week 3 action of our North Dakota League. We have a VALORANT matchup of two squads that are undefeated taking on each other. But before we get into the finer details, I want to give a shout out right away to our wonderful sponsors here at Fenworks, that being Broadband Association of North Dakota, SDN Communications, the University of North Dakota, Minot State, and Eastern Wyoming College, and along with that, Midco and Verbero. We appreciate our sponsors so much for letting us do what we do and giving these students a place to play and compete. With that said and done, Brooklyn, welcome back. Week 3, we are here, and we have two undefeated squads on our hands.
Yeah, they're both undefeated, and Minot is coming off of a pretty big win against Harvey from last week, so should be a pretty interesting game.
Yeah, that's a big point. Harvey being one of those teams that we have seen on stream, they have dominated their opposition from what we saw, right? But noting that they have gone down to this Minot squad off stream, we haven't seen them yet, has us thinking that they are going to be the real deal in this matchup. We also looked a little bit at Jamestown's record, one of their wins being a forfeit victory, right? So not as much of that kind of proven ground that we are seeing from this Minot squad. So nothing to be scared of, but it's something to kind of, it doesn't make you feel the best, right? Like you a little bit of like a unknown, like are these guys going to be able to handle their own? Is this Minot squad the real deal, right?
Yeah, for sure. I know that Jamestown has been pretty decent competitors in the past, but we're seeing a lot of changing in rosters just because kids are graduating, so
For sure.
it's definitely going to be a little bit different this year. It's interesting to see how they've gotten stronger, gotten better.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, roster's always kind of changing and evolving, right? Due to players graduating, having that kind of 4 year window, realistically. So we'll kind of see who kind of comes out and takes this one by the reins. We are going to be going to Split, folks. So a familiar map for most of our avid Valorant viewers.
Yeah, looks like they're all. Minot's already locked in. Well, Jamestown's already locked in, and Minot's getting there.
And we got the Reyna Jet combo coming out for Minot, that double duelist. And on the opposition, looking at the double initiator lock in with the Sky and the KO being picked. So a little bit of difference, if you will, in terms of what both teams' kind of idea is. You have more supporting util I mean, obviously aid the attack with the double initiator, and then the double duelist just has that sling potential, right? Looking for blood.
Yeah, and it does look like our school names are a bit backwards. We got Dumpling on Jamestown and Lyric on Minot, so
For sure. We'll
yeah.
get that sorted. Yeah, Jamestown starting out on defense. Minot will be on the attack. But shouldn't be too big of an issue. Get it
Yep.
all sorted out. Production team's on it. A team. What are you looking for here in terms of Jamestown starting out on defense? You know, this map can be, I mean, historically, this map goes to overtime the most, so it's technically the most even map, but both sides have a chance of kind of like dominating on this map, it feels like. So I'm interested to see how Jamestown's defense will hold up against Minot's attack.
Yeah, I definitely am looking for who's gonna have more mid control. I feel like that's a very big part of this map. If you don't have mid control on either side, you're kind of, especially for the defense.
Yeah, mid lets you get away with a lot on the map. Avenues to each side of the map. Attackers quickly bursting onto the B side of the map here. Defenders have a lot of numbers here, Brooklyn, so should be able to halt this play in its right 4v1 situation. And the defenders clean up nicely. I mean, it seemed like they rotated very quickly and had a bit of a stack on the B site. Maybe 3 defenders were here before the round had even like gotten going.
Yeah, they definitely played that very well, and they played off of each other very well, and they were peeking together. So very well played from Jamestown.
I mean, this is the team that we were having the question mark of, you know, not getting the extra game with that forfeit with victory. It helps on the scorecard, but it doesn't really help in terms of getting used to playing together as a team, getting those reps in that these squads are looking for. So good on them to start out with the pistol round as Minot start back towards this middle slash B position.
Yep, for sure. And it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of watching mid. Looks like they're trying to sneak up mid potentially.
Attackers, a bit of a split. 2 players towards middle, 3 outside of garage. Defenders again having a pretty stable defense. Cypher over here. A trade goes down. 1 player will fall from both sides into a 4v4. Typically aids the side of the attackers. 1 less defender. If they can play this grouped up mentality, it should be playing out nicely for the attackers. We'll see. Safe mode close here with a stinger. All 4 attackers in front of him. Cypher also here. Should be action. Cypher will find the first. Attackers are halted. And don't decide to press it any further. Waiting game as 40 seconds are left on the clock. Slowly going to pull their way back, but not a lot of options or time remaining in this round.
30 seconds left.
Defenders are starting to second guess themselves, but the Cypher camera will note that the attackers are approaching. All 3 starting to flood through the garage position. Defenders should chop this up and clean up. 2-0 Jamestown, not a bad round.
Yeah, that was a pretty good Cypher cam. Just being able to see that they're still there and they haven't rotated really saved that round for them, I think. If they would have rotated to A, I think it would have run game over for that round for Jamestown.
Checking that utility. That Cypher camera coming in clutch. Keeping the defenders close by. And they do stop the attackers. Now 2-0 lead here for Jamestown. Minot should have their first rifle round to boot into this one. Oh, actually, and we do see some Vandals, see some Phantoms. I saw a Sheriff as well, so maybe not everybody on a full buy. Nice shot coming out from Lyric, though. Taking the head of Dumpling, clean off. 5-on-4 now. Advantage attackers. Reverie up close now. Has Asura with him. Nice paranoia to pressure these attackers out of screens position. Marshall in hand here for Scythe. KO finds 2, and now there's only 2 remaining defenders. Reyna left with it all to do. Not going to happen. Minot will strike and claim their first round of this one.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the defense was just a little bit too weak on A for that round. They feel like they're expecting the B push more, so they weren't quite ready for the A hit.
I do like the attackers being grouped up and kind of making quick work of that hit, going out together, playing that man advantage after finding that first blood. A nice shot from Lyric on that Sky, opening up the round. And yeah, might not find their first of the game. Now only back 1 round. Defenders staying strong over towards this B side of the map, but the KO, no command, gonna pop and disable all of this utility. They gotta make haste on this push. Start taking some space. First one will be found by the Reyna. Gets traded out, but trades amassing on both sides. 3-on-2 advantage for the attackers. Low HP on Cypher. One player noted towards CT. Jet trying to regroup with his ally. And now Dog coming through the CT position. Attackers should be well aware that both these defenders approaching from this spot. Jet will fall. And now it's only Sky in a 1v3. Tough situation. Goes for a reload. Will not lead to salvation. And it's a 2-2 scoreline.
Definitely feel like on this map it just goes downhill once you start losing, because you kind of lose the momentum that you were feeling, and then it just kind of goes all downhill from there. But hopefully we can see Jamestown keeping up with the rounds.
They might be on a bad buy after losing those 2 rounds in a row. I'm expecting a save. We see a Sheriff and most likely some lesser weaponry across the board here for the Jamestown defenders. And on the other side, it's going to be a full arsenal. Everybody with rifles. Smokes is over towards mid, so might not have the smokes for this push, but moving in quickly, taking this ramp space, and now defenders rotating over as quickly as they can. Trying to find a way back into this. Some jump spots here from the Jet. Spots a couple players at bottom ramp. Should be aware that the attackers could have this ramp to heaven space. We'll see how the defenders react. Starting
Looks
to
like
slow
they're pushing.
down. Yeah, they maneuvered over to vents and they catch a defender not ready for that rotation. Defenders now in a tricky position here, Brooklyn, as the attackers are all around them. Sky's going to rotate back into a couple. Will find one, so big shot for Dumpling goes down. Now the defenders are in a 4v4, so it's a doable round. It might be difficult to convert. Weapon advantage still in favor of the attackers. But at least it's evened up number-wise. Trying to retake this heaven space. Clove going to be up front and waiting. Will find the first. Phantom could do some nasty damage here for Sleepy if he goes unchecked. They TP out. Sleepy finds 1 and a second. Nicely done. Round should be in the bag. 3 unanswered now from the side of Minot as they will claim their first lead of this game. Gets an exit kill. Not too bad. But the round
Give a little
result
save
is
of it.
in.
I think it was smart of Cypher to save the rifle, just because they're gonna be on a pretty weak buy, I think, maybe, potentially.
Well, they were on their save, so this was their buy round regardless. But I mean, it's not a bad light to save the rifle there, right? Like takes one away is the big thing from the other squad, trying to minimize what kind of credits can be saved and brought forward. But not bad. We'll see what the defenders can do though, Brooklyn, because it's been 3 unanswered now for the side of Minot. So I mean, what does the defense got to do differently here?
Definitely looks like they just need to play off of each other a little bit more. They're doing a decent job. It's just the little things that are really adding up in
For
the end
sure.
of it.
Sky Tiger spotted out over towards the A side of the map. Dumpling trying to back up. Alone on the site here. We'll see what she can
Look
do.
at a
Nice
pick.
headshot. Good opener. Deciding to tuck and wait on site. Hopefully some support can come through. Good flash. Jet dashing onto site, though, will drop the Sky. Now it's into a 4-on-4. Cypher ultimate available for the attackers if they want that extra info. Not getting called in yet. Now it will. Info revealed. Defenders' positions are now known, and things get interesting. Safe mode trying to take this elbow space. Has a Cypher trip in front of him. Clove will find one. Jet trades one back. Duel coming in towards the Rafters position. 2 HP and a dream here for Jet. KO also low, only at 8. Scythe finds one. Last two defenders approaching through the elbow position. They make it somewhat winnable. A TP onto map. Omen taps. Attackers on both sides, and it will matter not. Attackers continuing their dominance now. 4 unanswered rounds here for Minot.
I definitely say Minot is playing this very smart and pushing the angles that they need to. They're playing very unexpected, I'd guess. Say.
Yeah, like their aggression and their timings of their utility and their pushes make sense, right? Like it's like controlled aggression, right? Like you see aggressive plays, but they're doing it in like an intelligent manner, if you will. It's off the back of utility. Minot is there seems to be always multiple people together, right? Fighting together is a big one. Skyseeker's going to be invested early here for Dumpling up at this ramp position. Inventory still heavily favoring the attackers. It seems to be pistols for our defending squad. And another first blood found for Minot as they lay waste to this A site, dashing into the fray as the Jet spike plant should be going down. And this should be a round that Minot cleans up pretty handedly. 5-on-3 now. Only pistols remaining for our defenders. Dog will spot him out. It should be a cleanup from this point, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I think so as well. They're just kind of not in a great spot, getting picked off one by one. That was a good play with them holding a crossfire on that.
Yeah, they do take away a rifle. Now a little bit more. Defenders starting to make their push. Running out of time. A nice shot found onto the Clove, but this backstab from the Jet should be their undoing. Cypher, no HP, running out of time. And that's 5 rounds now for the side of Minot. Really bringing that attack in, kind of what we were talking about before the cast, to life for us, right? We knew this team was going to be the real deal, beating a team the likes of Harvey, but now we're kind of starting to get a showcase for ourselves just how potent this attack can be.
Yeah, they're very well coordinated, and they do seem to be playing with a lot of like purpose. It's not just random hoping that it goes their way, which I feel like is very important to have a well thought out plan. And
For sure. KO ultimate onto the A side. It's a fake this time, though. Spike and the rest of the players waiting out over towards B. Cypher picks off one in mid. Ultis as well, so they see just exactly what is going down, how split this attack is. Only 2 remaining attackers over towards this B side of the map. Sky goes down, and now it's just Cypher left in a 1v5. Basically an unwinnable position, and it will result in a flawless. So Jamestown battle back in a very good light for themselves. I mean, a flawless round to snap that win streak from the side of Minot. Very good round from the defenders.
yeah, for sure, they played that pretty well. The Cypher ult for sure clutched them up that round, just knowing where everybody would be at.
And they kind of, it seemed like they caught on to that Clove slowly lurking up mid. They've done that the last few rounds. So putting an end to that lurk very early in the round, and it paid major dividends for the side of the defenders. Four attackers approaching the A side of the map here. One lone attacker over towards B. And the smokes being so far away, I really don't like this from Minot. It completely negates the ability of your team getting the aid that's required from the smoke. So right now they're just pushing in. They have to clear everything. Nothing is blocked off. Spike plant was faked. Defenders now approaching into the site. Backstabs
Being
could
pushed
come
from
through.
multiple-
I mean, the attackers are everywhere right now. Lyric finds one before going down. KO will find a trade. It's a 3-on-2 advantage for the attackers, but the defenders have the spike. Now it gets tricky. Safe mode finds another onto the KO, dismisses, spots the player at screens. Back against the wall. Will clear this hell position. Jet not ready for it. Goes down. Has the info on the Clove. 1 versus 1. Safe mode. Can you deliver? It doesn't seem to be. Minot will find the 1v1 clutch and advance their lead 6-3.
I mean, some of
Close
these
round right there.
rounds
Close
they're
round.
very close.
I mean, yeah, 1v1, right? Difference matter of a couple bullets. Reyna almost had that. Had the information on the Clove too. Just didn't end up winning out in the gunfight, and it leads to another Minot round. So defenders do have weaponry, which is a good sign here, Brooklyn. We'll see if the defenders can try to battle back with some rifles in hand.
Yep. It's like they're gonna just full rush
Safe mode on the
down.
ultimate.
Clove
I like
pushing that
this.
mid again.
Yeah, Clove's been lurking mid every round. The defenders are so aware of this. And she gets shut down. I mean, it's been almost every round this Clove has walked up mid slow. So second time getting like soul red. Reyna here with the Empress active. Pops the Leer. Looking for this fight. Blinds up a few attackers. Goes for the spray. Overcommits. And Reverie finds 2. Sleepy will trade it out. But it's a 2v3. Defenders with the man advantage. Nice readjustment. Sleepy on for the ace clutch. If he's going to bring this round across. Low HP on the KO. The fight is in. Defenders fight together. 2 versus 1. Usually the 2 will prevail. And it's a 4-6 now ball game as the defenders close the gap. Good round, though, from Jamestown.
Very good round. That 2v1 was kind of hard to clutch up anyways. He was half HP. There was not really much he could do there. But very good round from both teams, I'd say. Jamestown coming up with that one, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're in a pretty even matchup, right? We saw a very good streak of rounds from Minot, but now Jamestown kind of trying to regain their footing, trying to halt this push. All 5 attackers over on the A side of the map. No lurk this time. Going at it together, taking this ramp space early. Seekers called in for the attackers. Siege to the A site. Jet trying to hold ground with the Omen. Defender strike first. Traded out quickly by 2 attacking kills. Omen trying to TP to safety. Will get away with 1 HP. Somehow sneaking out with his life. 4-on-3 though. Attackers with a man advantage and an HP advantage. Omen only on 1 HP. Now it's into a 3-on-3. Things getting interesting, Brooklyn. All 3 attackers stuck on the site. It's going to be a shootout. How do the defenders approach? Sleepy will find the Reyna. Sleepy will triple
1
down.
HP.
And it's a 1 HP Omen in a dream. A not likely dream.
Gotta walk
As this
into a
one's going to be
Spectre.
cut short. Wow.
Oh!
Finds one. Sleepy with a 4K will shut it down. And Minot continue to add to this dominant attacking side.
Getting that 1 HP pick, though, is insane for the Omen.
Not a bad look. Sleepy going crazy right now on the KO, leading the charge for this Minot squad. As we see all 5 attackers now lined up over towards B side of the map. Cypher set up on A, reading into it. They've been liking the A site, but the attackers call a timely switch up. And now Cypher out of position, not going to be home. Will run on over here, but doesn't quite have the util to stop this push. Just a USP ghost for the Reyna. Trying to stop these attackers, but it's going to be a bloodbath. Weaponry heavily favoring the attacking side. 4v3 situation. Tapping away on the Vandal. Knows Reyna's close by. Finally, Reyna will fall. Only 2 defenders remain, and it should be a closeout in the half. Cypher finds 1. Finds a second.
12 HP, though.
Somewhat doable. Finds a third.
Another.
On for the ace. 12 HP. It's seeming unlikely. The ring around the rosy wrap is underway. The tap and swing. Good
Able
from
to.
Cypher. Finds the ace. Time on the defuse, I think yes. What a heroic play from Reverie on the Cypher. My goodness.
Wow, what an amazing round for their Cypher. That is an insane clutch to get with such little HP left.
Yeah, I mean, that's the clip of the week. Ace clutch finds the defuse to keep the half at 5-7. What a play from Reverie on the side of Jamestown. I'm a little stunned after that one.
That was honestly very shocking. Like,
Should have
such
died like
little
3 or 4
HP.
different times. Yeah, just continued to win out in the fights. Crazy. Keeps this one very winnable, though. Now Jamestown on the attack. We'll see what they bring to the table. It seems to be a mid-play off the go. Pushing forward slowly. Goes for the camera tap. A knife from KO will detect 3. Defender's well aware as to what the attackers are cooking, but it's the Jet that finds that opening first blood. Like you said, Sleepy will trade one back. Good paranoia from the Omen, blinding up the Jet. 4v4, the flash and swing from Sleepy. Shots won't quite land, and now it's a 4v2. Attackers with the man advantage. Reverie creeping into the mid position. Camera getting taken care of. Not yet, actually. Finally will get broken. Notes one player at male, but is getting wrapped from behind. Not ready for this play. Cypher has him unexpected. We'll take him down. Good find for Scythe, but still a 3v2 now, Brooklyn. Jamestown with the man advantage. Jet very low on HP.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be another one of those hard to clutch rounds, but if they do it, it'll be amazing.
Ooh, had an opportunity. The shots don't quite land. Tags him very low. Dumpling with an opportunity now. All you can ask for. Will falter. Scythe, good for it. 2-on-2. Got to speed this one up. We're running out of time. The push into Scythe. Scythe takes the fight on a 2. No support from the Jet. A little bit late. Itadori, 10 HP. No time for this one, and it's going to be a round for Jamestown. 6-7.
This could either be Jamestown comeback, or we could see another of like the start of the game where they clutched up a couple of rounds in the beginning and it just all went downhill from here.
Yeah, I think we need to see... We definitely need to see Jamestown hold on to this weapon advantage right now. They got to convert this round, tie this one up at 7 apiece here, and then we'll probably go from there. Nice flash early from the attackers. Camera will spot one out. Defenders immediately rotating over towards the B side of the map.
Looks like they're going to try and rotate towards mid with Spike.
Slowing it down a tad, not a bad idea. Safe mode will get noted by the KO knife. They break Cypher's camera. Defenders debating on if it's a fake, if they should leave, if they should stay. It's an unknown as it currently stands, but we can see that Spike is starting to rotate over towards the A side of the map. Just some noise being made. And yeah, the defenders, as you said, reading into it now. Starting to be, hey man, they've been making noise, but nobody's really coming out. Kind of feels like a fake. And surely that's what it seems like, because that's seeming to be the play here from the attackers. 30 seconds about left in this round.
They're rotating back over to B. Spike's gonna make its way onto site.
Sleepy spots one, finds the headshot. Slowing it down, 20 seconds. Now attackers in a bit of a scramble. Cypher rotating away, but there's no time to go back, surely. Running through the vents, they're going for it. It's a full mid-split for B.
Gonna be close.
It's a wide open site. If they can make it in time, but it's 10 seconds. He's still in heaven. It's going to come down to the wire. I don't think they have time for it. 6-5.
I think he's going to get it.
Oh, he barely gets it. The last second. Holy. That was as close as you can ask for from Jamestown. Running it down to the wire. Jet now peeking in through heaven position. What a hectic round. Dumpling not ready for the Jet to be this close. Somehow gets away with their life. We are witnessing absolute crimes. That's crazy. Jet will go down from the heaven position. Defenders left in a 4v2. Make it a 3v2. Make it a 2v2. Quickly evening up the scale. Spike tap. Wallbang found. Cypher drops him. And it should be around for Jamestown. But my goodness, it was a hectic one at that, Brooklyn.
Extremely, with the rotating back and forth between both sides.
Way too close.
Way
Like,
too
I was
close.
nervous. I was almost biting my nails coming down to the wire there. I was like, they're running through mid. There's 10 seconds on the clock. All it takes is one random shot, and that spike carrier gets dropped, and then that round would have been lost just due to time not getting onto the site. The maneuvers worked, however, right? All defenders were over on that A side of the map coming down to those last few seconds. So well played, and we're tied up at 7s. Can't ask for much more here, right? Both teams delivering. Both teams fighting to stay undefeated here, Brooklyn.
Yeah, and it's honestly makes a lot of sense. They've been both pretty decent teams throughout the years, so definitely
headshot
see
from Sleepy.
improvements, yeah.
Defenders in a 4-on-3. And I mean, both teams wanting to hold on to that undefeated record, and it's showing right now. Two attackers swinging up the ramp position. Nice shots coming through from Ajin. 3-on-2 defenders with the man advantage. Dumpling in safe mode, left to retreat. Full minute in the round, so have a little bit of time to toy with and play with. Try to cause doubt in the defenders' minds, but all three defenders currently here at A, not reading into anything. In fact, expecting that this re-hit was going to take place. Swing will not matter, and it is Minot reclaiming the lead and getting their first round on the defensive side of things.
Just been a lot of back and forth throughout the game.
Absolutely. I mean, what do you got? What do you want to see from Jamestown here?
I definitely think that they should not be relying so hard on faking them out with the rotate, and that they should potentially try and just full push a site.
Committing on a hit. Couple wallbang shots from Sleepy. Won't quite spot any attackers, but the knife, however, will reveal the location / position of two. Only one defender remaining over on this A side of the map, so Sky with a lot to do over here. Has to stand tall. We'll keep our eyes peeled on that as the attackers just kind of lurk about in garage towards market position. Defenders could be meeting them head on here. Pushed into this bottom mid position. KO ultimate popped. Itadori gonna find two. And Lyric will add to it. Defenders completely shutting down what the attackers had in store, and it's a 9-7 flawless round for the side of Minot, adding some separation and some insurance to their round lead.
That's a very big round. Why not getting that just extra round on them, building a little bit more of their confidence in securing rounds and winning this game.
Yeah, I mean, for the side of Minot, got to be feeling good. Economy and credits starting to get racked up a little bit. Savings is looking nice. For the side of the attackers, this is where it's starting to get interesting. Running out of the bag of tricks. Got to find success together because the one-on-one taking has not been going in their favor like so. The slow walk around, the defenders are kind of gaining an understanding as to how they're liking to attack. So like you said last round, I mean, maybe that grouped up, pushing together strategy might be best for the side of Jamestown.
Looks like they B-site completely here, just blocked off by some scripts.
Will get spotted. Defenders quickly rotating into position. A fast flank coming in from Clove. Couple players pushing into sight. Good find from safe mode. Sleepy will find two, and the defenders shut it down. Dumpling a little bit out of position here. Position noted now. should be a free defuse stick. And like we're talking about, this split up attack is really not getting Jamestown where they need to go. Starting to run out of success in this attacking side, and it's a 10-7 lead now for the side of Minot. Really getting a hold of this game.
Well, I mean, as we saw, even when Minot was on attack, you can do something for a couple rounds, but if you're gonna do it the entire time, you're just gonna get red every single round, and it's not gonna go your favor.
Yeah, you got to find a way to switch up the tempo or whatever from the attacking side. You got to keep the defenders guessing, right? Because, yeah, if the defenders get a read on what you like to do, of course they're going to stack accordingly or try to counter-strat you, right? I mean, it's the point of the game. And then a grouped approach here, coming through the middle position. 4 attackers moving quickly up middle map. Sky in close. Will get spotted, or Clove rather in close. Will get spotted and taken care of. Sleepy adds 1. Clove with the resurrect. Another found by Sleepy, and a third. What a headshot found KO. Turning on the aimbot and shutting down the mid push from Jamestown. 4 on 2 now. Cypher very low on HP. And Sleepy on for another potential ace. Cypher's position noted. Playing it cautiously. I like not getting too hungry for the ace. Sleepy still playing with his head on his shoulders. Holding that position. Spots out the Omen. Goes for the knife. No abilities available, but they will find the shutdown on a KO. Jet from Sewers will find the first. And the second. Beautiful flank comes through from the Jet, and that is 11 on the board now for Minot Brooklyn. Things truly falling apart here for the Jamestown attack.
I think they were smarter grouping up together and playing together that round, but it just didn't go in their favor. Because Minot's just been ready for everything this game.
It seems like Minot have had the faster adaptions throughout this game. They have picked up the reads quicker, and they have started playing accordingly. I do like this switch up from Jamestown, though. They've now realized that A is the weak point of the map, the least amount of defenders, and should be on an immediate approach to take this site and take this space. Moving quickly into the A side of the map. No defenders home in a retake position. An early swing from Ajim will not lead to success. Sky will trade 1 back. Now it's a 4v4.
Spike down.
Attackers heavy on the site here. It's going to be a shootout. Spam coming through for the defenders. Only 2 attackers remain. Now it's a 2v2. Sky very low on HP. Omen trying to TP away. Has ultimate available if he can get out of here. Jet on site. Will take down the Sky. Now it's a 2 versus 1. Defender on ramp. Will make it into a 1v1. But Jet so low on HP. All it would take is 1 blade, 1 bullet. And that would shut the round down. Goes for a fake plant. Trying to see if this defender is going to bite the bait. Knows it's a fake, but the Blade Storm will result in another round for the side of Jamestown. Great clutch coming through, shutting that down and keeping them afloat.
That was definitely smart for Jamestown to 5-man stack that A, knowing that it was weaker. But it looks like they're just going back to the same old thing they've been doing each round of splitting up and pushing sites. Potentially, maybe not.
I mean, Jamestown do find success on that switch up, right? They go for that A hit, but now eyeing up that B side again. An op was here, will not quite land. And a jump in, crazy peek. Sleepy finds 2 off the back of it. Defenders with the advantage. And now it's a 4-on-2. Attackers in a very tricky position. Asura with the spike. Has the ultimate available if he decides to teleport out of here, but 2-on-4. A tough spot indeed. Down 8-11. It's seeming to be a must-win round here, Brooklyn. So we'll see if the attackers can convert and do the impossible.
Slow walking through their spawn to play it down on A potentially is pretty smart play in my opinion for Jamestown. But Lyric's holding that angle
Eric's
pretty
here. Yeah, this is a tough spot to clear out. The flash is out. They know the position now. Dog comes through. 40 seconds. Counter dog. Stunned up. Attackers running out of time, and the more time they wait, the more time the defenders have to rotate over. It's surely a dead mission at this point. Omen taken down to the flank. Dumpling left in a corner. Not going to find any success.
Just gonna
12 to 8.
collapse.
And yeah, I mean, rug got pulled out from underneath their feet. You're taking too much time. Defenders are rotating. You know, you're on a crunch. The second your possession gets noted, it's time to speed up. The shift key needs to get dropped, but not going to matter. It's now 12-8. It's a broken bye for the attackers, and this is seeming to be where their graves will be dug. Defenders with a full inventory, 2 operators in hand, and rifles to boot. Sheriffs. It's not looking pretty for the attackers here, Brooklyn. Sleepy
Not.
shooting at B, getting that info early, knowing that nobody's outside of B main, and defenders already having an understanding as to where this push is coming from. Bladestorm out for the Jet, noting that that mid push is in. Reverie with a nice opening kill for the attackers, so a first blood will surely help out the side of Jamestown as they set their sights towards the A side of the map. It's just Dumpling here, or rather it's just the Sky here. Lyric alone. Tag down to 20 HP, almost goes down, will stay up for the time being. Dumpling at top ramps, tucked in a good position. Will get cleared and quick scoped from the Clove. Oh,
Very
good for
play
it.
from the Clove.
Safe mode, knows a couple players are approaching. Nice nade coming through from Sleepy. Will push the Reyna out into the crosshair of the operator. And now the attackers are dropping. It's a 3v4 situation. Another op shot from Clove. 3K found. Attackers are crumbling. And this is going to be the end. Minot will make it happen. They close out the show in a 13-8 fashion. Took them a little bit to kind of get the ball really rolling, but once they had an understanding of their opposition, they made quick work of this one, Brooklyn.
Yeah, I mean, they were definitely ready to just close out the match, and you could see that from the way they were playing, just checking every single corner that they were walking past. So, very good plays from Minot in that final round.
13-8 final score. Minot improved to 3-0 in their record. 34-14 with 15 assists for Sleepy. Ajin at an impressive 22-12 shortly following. So really good showing from both squads. We saw most players on that Jamestown squad performing pretty well, right? But just not quite at that level that we saw from Sleepy and Ajin. On a different level, honestly, entirely. I mean, 34 elims on the KO is dirty work.
Yeah, that's pretty well for the Minot side. Definitely a little bit unexpected and very interesting game. They fought back pretty well. Minot did. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, besides like the first few rounds that Jamestown would string together, it did seem like it was Minot's game to lose, making the right plays, getting the info early in the rounds, and really figuring out what Jamestown's game plan was. It seemed like every single round. Folks, we are going to go and try and get an interview for you guys. We're going to be heading to a short break. If you weren't aware, Fenworks is live on YouTube. We are starting to mosey our way over to that platform. So if you have not, make sure you go subscribe and follow on YouTube as well. Things will be happening in the near future that will result in YouTube being one of the primary main streaming points. So just make sure if you haven't, you go give that a follow. And with that said, we will try to find an interview for you guys. Stay tuned.
Here at Concordia St. Paul, you will have the opportunity to earn a degree, make lifelong friendships, and play a game you love on an esports scholarship. For more information, visit csp.edu/esports.
coming in and actually seeing all the computers filled with kids and they have on their jerseys and they got their coaches next to them, and I see direct parallels over to football.
There's just not a lot of knowledge about gamers out there. People just don't know what they don't know.
They have to develop teamwork like any other physical game does. You don't have the teamwork, you don't win.
You take a kid who never had confidence before and you give them confidence, and you can see what they can do with their lives.
Life isn't one size fits all, and college shouldn't be either. The University of North Dakota is consistently ranked a best value in the Midwest. That means whatever you decide to study, you know it'll be worth it. A better job, less debt, and ready for whatever comes next. Because there's one thing we all have in common. We lead our own way.
As Roseville will find their golden moment. Moments of the round. Roar dashes into his own demise, and Apple Valley are going to do it. They're going to be the first team to win 4 state titles.
Very close here. Very nice spot dodge going through that. And we fair. Go straight in, go wide, but Flo able to get the rebound, and Egan has a 2-goal lead right. Then it's open and it is gone. They're still on some health. We'll go in, and there you go. The Pillagers will be your MNBL 2023 Fall State champions.
Where are you going? Or maybe a better question is, how far do you want to go? And how fast do you want to get there? Now we're getting somewhere. So let's go. Let's go faster. Let's go further. Let's go beyond.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are finishing up week 3 Valorant action at the Fenworks North Dakota League. We are joined by special guest Lyric after a very good showing on Split, containing or maintaining that undefeated record. How are you feeling, Lyric, after that big win today?
I'm feeling really good, especially with our new running roster this year, because it's very different from last year. We have a couple new players, so
For sure. Lyric, my first question for you was how often are you guys practicing as a squad? Because you guys looked very in sync while playing, and your guys' util in terms of, playing off of it just seemed very dialed. So that was what I wanted to start off with.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because we don't really practice that often, and it's interesting. Because whenever we do play, like a lot of us have, like the generated game sense, so we do know like what characters we're all comfortable with, and we like to calm to each other, so we know what we're doing at each time. So
For sure.
we just sort of over time throughout each of these games just known our strengths and weaknesses and what we're doing, I guess.
That's solid. Brooklyn, go for it.
Yeah, so you guys have taken down historically two of the biggest competitors in North Dakota League. So how does this make you feel going into these upcoming weeks and potentially even going into state?
I feel like I feel like we got it. I mean, a lot of our players, we've spent like countless hours trying to like get better, learn different characters, the maps, and just stay consistent. So I think I think if we just keep going, we'll make it, and I think we could potentially even win in state.
For sure. Confidence is sounding good. I mean, we can venture down this if you want to talk about it a little bit, just because we did speak about it before the interview started. You said you guys recently competed in a tournament in Bismarck, and you were
Yes.
able to find success there. So if you want to go ahead and talk about that a little bit, I'd say there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So a few teams from different schools around North Dakota were invited to this for different games, but the one we're talking about here, Valorant,
sure.
there was a handful of teams, including us, and we ended up taking the championship. We hadn't lost a single map. They were all best of 3, so
Awesome.
2-0'd each team. So it was really fun.
That's that's no joke. Best of 3s, right? Proven it time and time again. So I mean, we are definitely have our highlight and sensors kind of posted on you guys for sure, and we'll have to track the rest of your season. My last question for you, Lyric, is I want to know who's kind of your guys' main caller or main decision maker on your team, because like on your defensive rounds, you guys were gaining a lot of information very early and taking space on the map and kind of nullifying where the enemy team could be. So it just seems like you guys have a kind of good set plan coming into most of these rounds.
Yeah, our thing with like IGL is usually whoever makes the big callouts is usually whoever is seeing the most action, because a lot of us have IGL experience, the most of us. I mean, it's usually like, oh, we're hearing something mid, then that person usually gives out the information, tells people where they should be going from there, and we usually play off of that.
Not bad.
All right, and then my last question, I'm actually going to steal a page out of Skeptor's book. Who is your guys's like biggest competitor going into the seasons? Like who's got your eye like set on?
For me personally, I don't know about the others, but I'm looking at West Fargo's team. I think that they have similar experience levels. We're also pretty decently acquainted, so a lot of us are friends. So I think that they'd be a really fun team to go against, and it'd be fun to play against them in the future.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled on you, Lyric. We appreciate you stepping out and taking your time with us on the broadcast. I'd say definitely keep signing up for streams, because we'd love to see more of your guys' play. That was fun to watch you guys. But
thank you.
We'd like to give you this time to kind of give any shout outs for teammates, friends, family, coaches, teacher, whoever you want to give a shout out to. This is your time. You earned it.
I think everybody who's within the esports thing, I want to shout out everyone, every single one of you guys. You've all kept me going through this, and it's been really fun, including also my family, because a lot of you guys have been cheering me on. I had a whole a whole group of people watching me recently, so
Awesome.
it's just everyone bringing together, cheering our team on, and it's been a wild ride. So
Well, yeah, man. We appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and tell us a little bit more about the team.
yeah, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. We look forward to seeing more from you guys in the Minot squad. Take care, Lyric.
Yep.
We'll talk
See
to you
you, Lyric.
soon. Well, not a bad day on the server. Brooklyn, we saw Minot kind of show out, right? They played good, 13-8. Once they kind of got everything sorted out from that Jamestown squad, it seemed like they handled themselves nicely.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, it was a bit of back and forth for the first half of the game, but they really pushed through in the end just to really keep that undefeated record going.
For sure. I mean, yeah, closing out 3-0 and looking good, right? So we'll definitely have to keep our eyes peeled, especially after hearing about those tournament results. Minot maybe being that squad that we didn't quite know too much about, but now I think everybody is going to have on their radar. Folks, that concludes what we have in store for this Tuesday iteration of North Dakota Valorant. We appreciate each and every one of you guys stopping by and checking us out. Like I said earlier, make sure you go and subscribe and follow on YouTube if you have not yet. Brooklyn, as always, you did a great job. Appreciate having you on the cast. And folks, we will see you guys tomorrow with League of Legends action on the North Dakota side of things. Take care, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.